Hey guys, it's Cryptic Kaya here. I changed my hair over even though I've pre-recorded this just so you guys feel this sense of movement. And today I'm going to be talking to you about my favourite Cryptic House trap ever. Okay, I know I said I'm going to do a video on all of like the big Cryptic House traps, like the ones that are used most often / like used more than once. I will do that. I'll do that in the new year because in the new year we'll get the February season of Cryptic House, I think, and then after that any sort of new or traps that get used again I can then put on my log and talk about that. But yeah, my favorite Cryptic House trap, this one. I will tell you why I love this trap so much, but first I'll explain the trap to you. So the trap is called a lot of different names. I call it Boom Goes The Dynamite, which a lot of people call it. And certain Cryptic Houses in more recent years, like we're talking in the last 5 or 6 seasons, have had lifts. The lifts usually are when the Cryptic House has more than 3 floors. And normally there's more than 1 lift as well. But as you know, the way the Cryptic Houses are built is that some areas are so like encased that you can do whatever you want. And so the lifts have become a huge risk because of the Boom Goes the Dynamite trap. Obviously a lift is great. You can shut the doors, you can put it into emergency stop, no one can get in, you're safe, right? However, when it's moving, the Boom Goes the Dynamite trap can go off, which is where the dolly, the pulley that pulls the lift up, right? And it will drop you, and then you explode, right? But the key with this trap is that some people think, oh, so A, it will only work if it's moving, and B, it will only work if you're up a certain level. However, some of the Cryptic Houses have hidden layers that you can't get to, and they purely exist for the Boom Goes the Dynamite trap. So in some years there have been lifts but no Boom Goes the Dynamite trap, not just because some people just stop using the lift because they're worried, but because there's no hidden layers. I don't know how you find out if there's hidden layers, but the hidden layers are so that even if you're on the ground floor and you get in the lift, the moment you press the lift, the Boom Goes the Dynamite trap can be initiated and boom, you get dropped and killed and whatever. So why I love this trap is because I think it's so unpredictable. Because it's not just you press the button and the trap goes off, right? There's no rhyme or reason to it. They instigate the trap when they feel like it, which I know some people say like, oh, that makes Cryptic House rigged. I don't believe that. I don't believe Cryptic House is rigged. I think they set the traps on timers on each season so that when it gets stepped on a number of times or pressed a number of times, then it will go off. So I believe that the Cryptic House Boom Goes the Dynamite trap is set on a clicker so that the certain amount of times that the button is clicked will determine how many times, it will determine when the trap goes off. So in season, what was 2 seasons ago? I don't remember. This season 2 seasons ago, when it went off, they clicked the button, I checked, 17 times over the course of the season before the Boom Goes the Dynamite trap went off. And I think what's interesting is they put so much technicality into how they shoot this trap. There are a lot of other traps, it's very quick, but with the Boom Goes the Dynamite trap, it's like they shoot the ignition going off, so they shoot it going and it's cinematic and you feel it, you know, you're like watching and you're like, sorry, is that bad? And like, I don't know. It's like, you feel so, obviously you're emotionally involved. It's Cryptic House, you get emotionally involved. But like, when they press the button and suddenly the shot is no longer of the lift, but of the middle bit of the lift, and you see it going up and you're like, oh no. And usually, okay, I know this is a bit sadistic, when they pan and like go to the camera that's inside the lift and they look so scared because like the lift starts to move, but then it will stop very quickly, and you just look on their face when they're like, I think that's the thing about traps that have been used more than once, is like they know what has just happened. They know that the trap has been instigated. They know what trap it is, and you see it on their face. I think the thing about Boom Goes the Dynamite is you can't guarantee that it'll be a quick and painless death. As you see it on their face where they're like, oh no. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you see it, and like, you see it on their face, and they know that this is the end for them, and like, you probably, like, their life is like flashing before their eyes or something, but anyway, that's my favorite cryptic house trap. I think that's the last video I'm going to pre-record today, but have a lovely Christmas, my darlings, and I will see you next year. Stay cryptic.